Guys, Captain Frugal reporting for Dude here. Sorry for the lo-fi kind of thing going on right now. If you're not familiar, right now my computer died. I'm working on it, getting it back up, so I'm sort of stuck with my phone only. I lost my videos for the week, all that fun stuff. But anyway, I was watching a video, the NES collection when we were children, open tag from Do You Nerd. Great channel, I love it. I love the discussions that they post. A lot of fun all the time, and I really wanted to get in on this. So I threw up my phone, little light. I said, well, let's go for it, for what I can do here. You know, when I was a kid, we didn't have a whole lot. Nintendo games are considered pretty darn expensive, and so it was sort of a family console. We all had to share it. So with that said, our games were somewhat limited, but we did have some good stuff. One of my favorites was Contra, and we also had Super Contra. And the reason these mean so much to me is my brother and I, my older brother in particular, we would play these together, and we were able to beat both of them without using the Konami code. And it just took a lot of teamwork, and it was a great relationship builder for my brother and I, because, you know, as young boys, you tend to fight a lot. And at that age, we fought a lot. But none other than Contra brought us together. So that was a lot of fun. Another one, now this one's going to get a lot of hate that we had, and that was a good old Wrestlemania from Acclaim there. And I know this game gets a lot of crap for being a garbage game, but I'll admit, I put a lot of time into this game. I beat it, a lot of characters. It's not a good wrestling game, let's be honest. If that was your first foray into what wrestling games are going to be, you're probably not going to play many more wrestling games after that. But there was just something about it. I played it. You know, I knew who Hulk Hogan was. We weren't real big into wrestling or anything, but I knew a couple of the big ones. Another one that we had later on, by the way, I didn't get these until probably pretty late in my childhood too, because we had the Atari 2600 for a long time. We just didn't have the Nintendo. It was expensive. But when we did, we got some games there, and we get them used and things like that. One of them I got, and they mentioned on their video that they're making a response to this. They didn't like this game. I loved it. And that was Friday the 13th LJN. And I know LJN games suck in most of them, but I really liked Friday the 13th. I was a big horror movie fan when I could get to watch one, and there was just something about the game. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a misunderstood game. Yeah, it's not the greatest game, I'll admit that, but it was really misunderstood. Once you figured it out, which it didn't give you a lot to tell you by, it was actually a pretty fun game. I remember the first time I beat it, it's like, yes, I beat Jason Voorhees. Boy, was I a happy camper. Another game we got later on was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The first one, another misunderstood game in my opinion. I think this game was pretty good. Was it hard? Yeah, it had hard elements, but also if you learn some tricks and things like getting the scrolls, it makes the ending of the game a whole lot easier. I think a lot of people with the underwater part, deactivating the bombs, let that be a turn-off point, but if you could get past that and practice that, it really wasn't that terribly bad. Not that bad at all. I like this old ancient coffee cup, by the way. There's a story behind this old cup. Maybe I'll tell it on a video someday for a little bit of fun. Alright, another game too, and I beat this one, I enjoyed it, is Metroid. Metroid, great game. I get lost in video games easy, but there was something about that classic Metroid. The music on it was amazing. It's just a really good game. Absolutely a great game to introduce somebody to the Nintendo Entertainment System. And speaking of interesting and introducing people to the Nintendo Entertainment System, I didn't have this as a kid, but my wife did, and we're doing a family challenge right now, as well as an open challenge to anybody on the internet for the month of May, and that is the old classic Black Label pinball on the NES.
Hey guys, this is Lil Frugal reporting for duty, and this month we are going to do the pinball challenge for the NES.
Yeah, so we're going to do a challenge this month for the original pinball Black Label NES game. The goal is just to get the highest score you can, take a picture of it and screenshot it for us, right? Or you can do a video of it. Right now I just played a game. The first time I played it in a long time, I got 47,880. So that's my high score right now. Little Frugal's about to jump in and play a little later himself and see if he can dominate that score. So once again, if you can do it, do your best job. Share it with the rest of us, right? Mm-hmm. And ultimately the goal is just to have some fun, right?
Yep.
We did have an end of the month video. I lost that when the computer went as well. And we had a challenge for bowling. And back in the day, Gamer won that. I had a whole segment there, tell them great job and everything. Lost all that as far as I know right now. So hey, back in the day, Gamer can't speak all of a sudden. Great job. Another game we had, it was Rad Racer 1 and Rad Racer 2. I did alright in those. They're great. My wife is actually better at these than I am. But hey, that's wonderful. Another one, of course, we had is Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Beat Mario, got really far. I get really far in Duck Hunt. I can shoot the crap out of stuff. I'm really good with a light gun. Still love them today. A little funny story is my wife is not good with shooter games like that. And we hooked it up and she thought something was wrong. And so I grabbed it and I forgot how many levels I went through. I went through like 30 something levels or whatever. And I was like, oh, by the way, I'm right-handed. And the whole time I was shooting it with my left, so rubbed it in really good on that one. Here's another one. I didn't care for this very much. I thought it was boring, but my wife loved it, and that was Jaws. Yeah, my wife still loves this game today. I find it a little boring. I beat it, but I don't know. I just didn't care for it much. And this next one, I loved in the arcade. I hate it on the Nintendo, and that's Cubert. I don't know, I just always end up jumping off the stack, but that's not the game's fault as much as mine, probably. But we had Cubert. Now, this next ones, these I absolutely loved. I don't have the cartridge here with me right now, I don't know why, but it was the Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3. I love the Double Dragon series. It's one of those, I still go back and play the arcade and another port of it pretty much every year. I love the Double Dragon series, a lot of fun, like Double Dragon Neon, you know, just a lot of fun to me. Just good beat 'em up games, I enjoyed it. And this next one is one of my favorites too. I played the crap out of it on the Atari 2600, and the port for this was really good too, and that's Kung Fu. You know, I probably actually like the 2600 version better, which it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Probably retro nostalgia goggles there, if you will. But Kung Fu was a blast. Really loved it. And one more game that I can think of to talk about, and I might be missing a couple because we shared all these games as a family. You know, we didn't get out to rent them or anything either. It was, and we'd get them when they were on sale or whatever, when the parents, you know, could get it for us or chose to get it for us. It's just, you know, games are expensive. People don't realize. You know, back in the day, the cost of one of these games is like a cost of a game today because of the inflation and all. So they're very expensive. And everyone has the classic good old Donkey Kong. I love Donkey Kong. Wonderful game. I have hit and miss games. Sometimes I absolutely suck at it. Sometimes I can blow through and do really good and get a super high score. There's just something about Donkey Kong that I've always liked. I'm not saying Nintendo's version is my favorite port, but it's a very good port of it. I absolutely liked it a lot. So there you guys have it. There's a good batch of games that we played together. My brother and I, and my other brother came. Of course, we weren't kids when he came. But we had a lot of fun. So thank you for, you know, doing this open tag, if you will. And I apologize once again for nothing fantastic here, nothing fancy. I'm still hoping for that computer to be okay and come back and hopefully not have to reinstall everything and start all over again. So thank you guys, you're awesome. I've always enjoyed your videos. I love the community building videos. So until next time, keep it real.